And how about the Bucks, who are showing calm as they come down the tunnel? A team looking for a big night on its home court. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harper. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Bulls. On Saturday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip starting in Memphis and going up against the Grizzlies.
And for their matchup with Orlando, that's a contest that I'll keep an eye on. That'll be the 5th time they take to the floor, and they want to get off to a quick start.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the group Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got Edwards. Now is out there with Shaquille O'Neal. Then it's Curry. And it's Carter in at the 3, the small forward. And for Milwaukee, Duncan out there with Garnett. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Wade. And it's James in at the 3. Wade feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. And the basket by Wade. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
Outside Edwards. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Dwayne Wade. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
And Edwards drops them both. So, Stan, let me take you back to the 95-96 NBA season. It was your first year as an NBA assistant. And, of course, the Bulls winning 72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story. The Bucks shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there. And that passion that Garnett plays with is really infectious. He's always talking and trying to get himself and his guys going.
And Greg, 2 seasons ago, the Bucks ranked first in defensive rating. Last season, they dropped down to number 19.
Yeah, shifting defensive schemes, coaching changes, also swapping Drew Holiday for Damian Lillard. But they can and should be better than 19.
James finds Duncan. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And Duncan just superb when he gets in close to the basket. Has a number of moves to choose from, and that soft, delicate touch near the rim.
Earlier, David Aldridge spoke with head coach Doc Rivers. What'd you find out, David?
Their team's main focus tonight? Well, it starts with All-Star Anthony Edwards. He said Ant is an incredible player. He's so physical. We have to throw multiple bodies at him. It's got to be a team effort to keep Edwards in check. It's an ambitious game plan. Kevin?
Okay, David, much appreciated. James outside. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's Doncic missing. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Chicago. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Nothing is better than winning on the road in this league. It's so difficult. You savor every one of those.
Edwards with it. Wade picks him up. Carter against Doncic. Curry. And the rejection by James. Doncic kicks to James. Pass to Duncan. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's Edwards on the wing. Inside. O'Neal misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Duncan with a screen on Curry. The three for Doncic. Hits it from three-point range.
And it's so hard to take away the three from Doncic. He needs very little space, and if you press up on him, he'll go right around you.
And the Bucks with some changes. Warnings checked in for Duncan. And it's Payton in for Wade. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for the Bulls. Jaylen Brown comes in for Edwards. Curry outside. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Garnett with the slam.
And how about the power there from KG? He can fly with the best of them.
There's a minute 34 left here in the opening quarter. And finished off by Yao.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now, here's Payton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two at the free throw line. And we know injuries derailed last season for the Bulls, Greg, but with an aging core, you wonder where they go from here.
I mean, the Bulls are kind of stuck in the middle of things as it now stands. Not quite good enough to make a run in the East, but not in a position where they need to start over.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Duncan, he's checked in for Garnett. And it's Carmelo Anthony in for James. Then for the Bulls, Joel Embiid. He's checked in for Yao. Edwards comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Gilbert Arenas subbed in for Curry. And the basket by Arenas.
It's fun to just watch Arenas play. He's electric. Has his own style. And what an explosive play right there.
Payton passes to Carmelo. And there's the drive. Makes it off the glass.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Embiid sets the pick for Carter. Outside, Arenas. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by the Bucks. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And even though they were the better team overall, they actually lost the season series against this club a year ago.
Arenas against Payton. Down low, here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Nice there, getting the reverse. Love that. And the fans got it.
Oh, amazing. Perfect timing there.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Bucks on top, up 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
So with Wade on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Anthony is out there with Duncan. And there's Klay Thompson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Payton in at the point. Arenas against Payton. And the basket by Arenas.
Just cooking the D inside. Arenas blows by the contact.
Arenas against Payton. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. And Thompson kicks to Duncan. Thompson against Edwards. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Pass to Arenas. And here's Embiid, covered by Payton. From in close. Embiid gets it to fall.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Milwaukee making a switch here. Wade's checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Shaq is checked in for Embiid. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Rodman. And Mike Conley subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. Thompson looking for an opening. Wants to get it to Duncan, and does. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success. 2
on the clock. Here's Brown. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Anthony against Brown. The drive by Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And when he drives it, Melo does such a great job of using his frame to shield off the defender.
Brown against Anthony. Pass to Edwards. Good D by Thompson. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. Duncan, the pass to Wade. Duncan, a screen. Here's Thompson. The kick out to Towns. No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Wade against Conley. Wiggins sets a screen for Conley. Over Wade. Conley's shot is off. Bucks leading by 3. Well, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
To the paint. Over in the corner, Edwards. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. For Milwaukee, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Here's Thompson. Out to Anthony. From deep. Good on the three-point shot. Anthony's got the lead up to 6 now for the Bucks.
Good thinking from Anthony. He's so good at going right up with that shot.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Morning's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Tim Duncan. LeBron's checked in for Anthony. And Doncic is subbed in for Klay Thompson. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Embiid, he's checked in for Wiggins. Carter comes in for Jaylen Brown. Gilbert Arenas is checked in for Edwards. And Curry subbed in for Mike Conley.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Achua.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Embiid with a screen on Doncic. And Carter has it in the corner. James against Carter. LeBron passes to Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. And the Bucks with some changes. Duncan comes in for Mourning. And it's Garnett in for Achua. Then for the Bulls, Yao. He's checked in for Embiid. And Anthony Edwards subbed in for Gilbert Arenas. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the half. Curry with it. Scoreless thus far. Edwards finds Curry. Shaq with a screen on Doncic. Down low. 4 on the shot clock. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Stephen Curry. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-3 run. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, James. It's all in by the Bulls. The Oklahoma City Thunder will be in town for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Shot on the way. That one good for 2. LeBron's got 5 points in the quarter.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead. Calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And so it's Milwaukee with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody. Before we dig into the game at hand, let's first catch you up on the trades happening around the NBA.
This one's about making the whole team better. If you're running alongside LeBron, you don't want to disappoint him. That raises the level of play for everyone.
Yeah, they were looking for that extra bit of leadership. Can't think of anyone better than LeBron to provide it. And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Chicago Bulls.
They're within striking distance. They've done a few good things out there, but rebounding is not one of them, Shaq.
Probably the difference in the game, which I'm sure Coach is reminding them of. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him. Really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Bucks leading by 10. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Shaquille O'Neal is out there with Carter. Then there's Yao. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Curry in at the point.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Back to James. Curry against Wade. 5 on the clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Yau's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Outside Edwards. Pass to Yao. Back to Edwards. Lets it go with the 3. Edwards cashing in from outside.
Well, this is why Edwards is a nightmare for defenses. He can drive right through you or pull you apart from range like this.
LeBron outside. And Vince Carter pulls it down. Bulls trail by 8. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony Edwards is figuring things out. He said there's levels. My first few years I looked for my shot and nothing else. I've learned that I can't win without my teammates and that I have to throw them the ball too. It's a team game. I know that now. Kevin, I know it too, so I'm throwing it back to you.
And you're the best teammate we could have. Thank you, David. And we've got a timeout called by Doc Rivers. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Well, while we have a second, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. Number 1 is Joel Embiid. Second, Luka Doncic.
And what an option either of those two guys give you. They're both excellent safety valves when an offense is struggling.
And so it's Milwaukee now. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Man, LeBron James, the king, can still fly.
Pass to Carter. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop. Well, you know, Anthony Edwards has one of the highest motors we've seen. His relentlessness throughout the length of the game is just exceptional. He wears out the entire opposing team.
Outside, James. And it's sent back by O'Neal.
And the aggressiveness on display here from O'Neal. Terrific at turning shots away with that size and solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Wade kicks to Doncic. On the wing, Duncan, defended by Yao. Duncan, the pass to Doncic. Good work defensively by Carter.
This is not how they wanted to start the second half. Just 1 of 5 so far.
And again, no good by Chicago.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Pass to Garnett. Doncic outside, puts up a deep 3. Good, it's Garnett with the assist that time. Doncic has got 9.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs, generates range with ease.
Yao with a screen on Wade. Edwards inside. Wade is covered. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
Gary Payton, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And the Bulls making a change also. Rodman's checked in. Bucks leading by 6. Now, Doncic. 9 points in the game so far. Duncan with a screen on Edwards. Inside. And the dunk by Duncan.
And at 7-1, Duncan is a problem in the paint. Outstanding with his extension there, just hammering it home.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Anthony Edwards. Coming off a terrific season. And he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved him in several games a season ago. And another miss by Chicago.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Garnett against Rodman. Garnett kicks to Duncan. Pass to Doncic. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
The Bucks making a switch here. Thompson's checked in. There's 1:26 left to play in the third. Edwards, no good. And so Doncic will bring it up for Milwaukee. It's stolen by Edwards. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Curry's not the biggest guy, but he can sense the contact coming and makes the adjustment.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Bucks?
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
And on top of that, they've really been dialed in from deep, just dropping triple after triple. And you know with Curry, what impresses me most is his efficiency. That's not something we normally see in a high-volume jump shooter.
Payton looking around. Warning a screen on Curry. 6 to shoot. Payton passes to Mourning, and he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Bucks lead by 7.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Pass to Curry. It's taken away by Payton. On the wing, Duncan. Out to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Bulls trail by 7. Here is Arenas. Rodman with a screen on Thompson.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
The third quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 4. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. So with Duncan sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Downs is out there with Mourning. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Doncic, and it's Wade in at the 2. Doncic passes to Mourning. To the middle, here's Anthony, and the layup falls.
And this close into the cup, Anthony makes it look easy. Nice soft touch on that one.
Pass to Brown. Now here is Carter. Brown sets a screen for Carter. Up top, Embiid. He's guarded by Mourning. Embiid kicks to Brown. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Here's Embiid. And Mourning sends it back.
And that is why shooters fear Mourning. He's got excellent instincts for coming up with the block.
Anthony. That shot, no good. Some solid defense from Brown. Conley against Doncic. Conley's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 4. Doncic kicks to Mourning. Towns a screen on Brown. Back to Doncic. From downtown, Doncic sticking it from way outside.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable.
Outside Conley. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic. And that one falls for Mike Conley.
Well, the leadership and steadiness Mike Conley brings to his team can't be overstated. A true locker room leader and a vet who sets a great tone out on the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Duncan, he's checked in for Mourning. Arnett comes in for Karl Anthony Towns. LeBron's checked in for Anthony. And it's Peyton in for Doncic. Outside Edwards. Peyton against Curry. Outside Conley. O'Neal passes to Yao. Banked in off the glass.
This is why they get Yao the ball inside. He's basically unguardable this close to the rim.
Pass to Wade. Peyton against Curry. Here's James. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Bucks. Vince Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. In whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
Pass to Curry. Here's the 3. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. It's a chance for them to regroup and refocus. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team. Now, he kept it simple in the huddle. He said, play smart. If we don't beat ourselves, we walk away with the win. Keep it simple, and we got this. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And the Bulls making a change here. Rodman's checked in. Bulls trail by 6. Outside Curry. Carter outside. Rodman with a screen on James. Carter kicks to Curry. Releases. Bullseye.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Wade a screen on Curry. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts right through the defense.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
With the step back. Curry with it. He's picked up by LeBron. And there it is for him. Curry's got 10 points here in the second half.
And with a limitless jump shot, the elusive ball handling skills, Curry can get a bucket pretty much whenever he wants.
Bulls trail by 4. Curry on the wing. Fires it up. Milwaukee with the rebound. Duncan's got 7 rebounds in the game. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And I feel like we see this all too often. Injuries, they play such a big part of the game.
Yeah, these kind of things really test your depth. Hopefully it's not too serious.
And the Bucks making a change here. Payton's checked in. Bucks leading by 4. Here's LeBron. Great focus from LeBron. Gets hit and still gets it to go.
And so deft with the floater. LeBron's got so many tricks up his sleeve.
Curry against Payton. Rodman outside. And here's Carter. Over LeBron. The rebound by the Bucks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Payton passes to LeBron. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Here's Curry. 51 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Outside, Rodman. Curry setting the pick for Rodman. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
3rd personal foul.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
There's 37 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Curry dishes to Edwards. Misses from short range. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're leading by 8. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a 3-point play. Going to the line for 1.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes.
1 shot.
1 shot.
I need the water, man. Who got a water bottle?
Wade, no good on the free throw.
And there are so many reasons to be a fan of Wade's. This young man's ceiling is sky high. And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Hey, Luka, another win for you, but the games keep coming. So what's the most important thing for the...
Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his own approach to getting ready for what should be an excellent matchup. Hello and welcome. And now the Los Angeles starters. They've got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Chamberlain in at the power forward position. And for the Warriors, we've got Davis, and it's Mutombo in at the 5. And now that this new season is underway, Grant, how critical is it to get off to a good start?
Well, B.A., it's so important, but not the end-all, be-all. It's a long season, plenty of time to build towards your goal. You're going to have some setbacks along the way, but just keep your head down and keep pushing forward.
Here's Baylor. Here's the break. Pass to West. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's McGrady. Mutombo with the rebound. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I had a chance to catch up with Steve Kerr. I asked him specifically about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and what their defensive game plan is for him, and Coach said we have to be active, we have to keep him in front of us, and to try to limit his chances around the rim. Their offense really opens up when he's able to attack the basket, so let's see if the defense is up for the challenge. BA?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Here's Baylor. Clock is at 3. Here's McGrady. Mutombo with a rebound.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
And Grant, the Clippers have strung together 13 straight winning seasons. But at the same time, it feels like they've left a lot on the table.
Yeah, with all their star power over that time, they've made it past the second round of the playoffs only once. And that fan base is restless.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. McGrady, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to McGrady. Warriors with the rebound. They defeated Utah in their last game.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And so he hits both. Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Here's McGrady. A 14-point game for him in the win against Denver.
And guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Outside Davis. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Pippen. And he lobs it up top. It's picked off. There's the drive. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good.
2 shots.
That one misses. It's so interesting, Grant. Younger fans may not realize the Clippers had a lot of rough seasons early on.
Well, you know, BA, that's one way to put it. You know, in their first 27 years in L.A., they only made the playoffs 4 times. But things have definitely changed. Owners have changed. And now they're postseason regulars in the league.
Here's Abdul-Jabbar. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Nuggets in Denver.
And don't forget about the 2 blocks. He really changed the game for his team on the defensive side.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And the Clippers making a change here. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. In third, the Clippers.
Yeah, knocking down free throws was a real specialty for them last year.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And the Warriors miss again. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Stockton. Pass to Jordan. Here's Pierce. Here's West. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Utah.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
1:56 left in the first quarter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Mutombo with the rebound.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Here's Pierce. He's scoreless.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
1:19 left in the first quarter here. Gilgeous-Alexander against Jordan. Chamberlain passes to Stockton. From the baseline. Yes, on the jumper.
Some defenses are designed to yield the mid-range shot. For him, that's a good look.
Pass to Mutombo. Shot to stop the run, and the basket by Pippen.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Stockton, pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Gilgeous-Alexander against Jordan. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive. Some solid defense from Jordan. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. With the drive. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here.
Shooting 2.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead. And that one drops, so now they lead by 1.
It's not luck that he's so steady at the line. It's through repetition and hard work.
Here's McGrady. No good. Misses at the buzzer. There's the horn. We've seen some good defense on both sides. The score still close. Warriors ahead. They lead by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the Warriors, what's your take so far?
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
The Warriors leading. So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Robertson in at the 1. Pippen, pass to Iverson. Oh, swiped away. Here's Drexler, 14 feet away. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Three-pointer. Shot's good by Iverson. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Here's McGrady.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
At the line for the Clippers, Tracy McGrady taking 2 shots.
That free throw misses. Davis, he's checked in for the Warriors. He hits the second from the line. Here's Iverson. Jokic grabs the board. Clippers trail by 3. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Iverson. Davis, a screen. Down low. Ooh, Davis with the athleticism.
So effective in screen and rolls. When Davis cuts hard like this, he's capable of getting quality looks.
Here's McGrady. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field. And here are the Warriors now. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, guys, a lot of new developments for the Clippers this season, and obviously they have the new arena, new designs for their logo, jerseys, and court. Not only that, their G League team moving into a brand new arena in Oceanside, renewing the San Diego Clippers moniker. Ryan, a lot to be excited about for this Clips team.
No question. Good stuff, Allie. Thank you. A change here. All right, let's take a look back at last season and see the teams who collected the most second chance points. Number 5, the Warriors.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Here's Nash. Still no points. Davis from long range. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. The Clippers trail. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter.
That's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender.
Here's Drexler. Sinks that one from the post. Drexler's got his first 2 points of the night. The Warriors have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Pass to Pippen. And there's the drive. And he gets the bucket. Pippen's got his second bucket of the night.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
All by himself for the finish.
Oh! B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Drexler passes to Abdul-Jabbar. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Outside Davis. Pass to Pippen. Davis, a screen to the middle. Look at Davis go to work on the interior.
He had no answer defensively inside.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Baylor. Here's Robertson. And the Warriors pushing it up now. Oh, there's the alley. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. The open shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Cash money on the open jump shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his first bucket in this one.
Quick trigger there by SGA. I'll tell you, on the catch, be ready to rise and fire.
Now here's Jordan. The D's right on him. Here's Robinson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two.
First personal foul.
All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
And he makes a first. And both free throws good for Robinson. 1:49 left in the second. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over to the left wing, Abdul-Jabbar. It's hauled in by Robinson. The Warriors lead by 5. Here's Iverson. And that one is hammered home.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Here's Robertson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Iverson. And he can't sink that one. He's 2 for 4 in the contest. Clippers trail by 7. Pass to Nowitzki. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Robinson defending. With the fadeaway. Abdul-Jabbar misses.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Outside Davis. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Here's Robertson. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Bad idea leaving him open. He needs more defensive attention, not less.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Warriors ahead. They lead by 5. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. You know, I love sitting up here and doing this show with you guys. I learn something new every day.
Man, you know what? It is pretty unreal they pay us to do this. Did I say that out loud?
Wait, you guys get paid?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't sit here and deal with you for free.
You gotta call my agent now.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for Golden State.
I love the depth of this team, man. Their subs have been huge tonight, giving them a scoring punch that they've needed most.
And credit their coach for a rather liberal substitution pattern. He mixed and matched beautifully in that first half. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We've got Anthony Davis, and it's Jordan in at the 2 guard. That's the Warriors 5. Outside Davis, back to Jordan. Inside. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
And you have to love the focus. He gets hit, but converts it anyway.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Tracy McGrady, shooting 1.
One shot.
The Warriors leading. Jordan, the pass to Mutombo. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Jordan. Going inside. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. Abdul-Jabbar's got 4 rebounds in the game. For the tie. Misses the layup. And the Warriors shooting only 42%. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense. His elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he ends up missing both free throws.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, teams will try to get physical with SGA, but make sure you understand that wiry frame is big-time strong.
Pass to Pippen. Now here's Jordan. It's stolen. And they're on the break. Here's Baylor. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback. And the Clippers lead by 2.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Now Jordan. And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded closely. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. There's the block. Here's West. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Chamberlain's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And Davis picks him up defensively. Chamberlain gets the bucket.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Warriors trail by 4. And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Well, night in and night out, sometimes it's a battle of runs. Who has the most?
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen. You know what to do. Show us those moves. Let's go. No. Let's see what you got.
right, let's look back on last season for a moment. Here were your scoring leaders. The fourth spot held by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's West. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Now Jordan. No points yet. Clock at 4. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Pass to McGrady. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Here's Chamberlain. 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Rebounded by Pippen. The Warriors trailing. Jordan inside. And he drains the quick shot. Jordan's got 4 points this quarter. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 9 in the third quarter. Pass to McGrady. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. And it's rejected. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. 4 on the clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Warriors pull it in.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
For the lead. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the line. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And that's good as he hits both shots. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And here's the fast break. Here's West. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Third personal foul. Third team foul.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
I mean, those swats, they can get into your head, make you think twice about shooting it. So it's about more than just those block numbers.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The first free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Clippers trail by 4. There's 1:54 left to play in the third quarter. Here's McGrady. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the Clippers miss again. And here are the Warriors now. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Here's West. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's got 9 points.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Let's look at the top rebounders from last season. In the third spot, Anthony Davis. Fourth, Nikola Jokic.
These two were a consistent presence around the rim, able to anticipate where the ball was going and just gobbling up the boards.
Clippers trail by 7. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game to win the drought. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. And the Clippers making a change here.
Clippers subs. Number 12, John Stockton.
Here's Nowitzki. It's tipped.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
You know, possessions like that will help them feel good going into that final quarter.
Stockton pass to McGrady. Buries it from 3. McGrady's got 6 points in the quarter.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Pass to Nash from deep three-point range. The rebound by Nowitzki. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 6. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. That game starts a nice 5-game homestand for them. Here's McGrady. He's got 11. Basket counts. McGrady's got 13.
I really like the way he's playing in this half. He looks so much more aggressive and confident.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Jordan. McHale. And the layup is good. McHale's got his second basket on the night.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Jokic. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Warriors ahead. They lead by 6. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. They've got Nikola Jokic. And it's Robertson in at the 1. Takes it inside. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line of the Clippers, Oscar Robertson. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots. We got this.
First one falls for him. And the Warriors making a switch here. Smith's checked in. So he gets them both. Here's West. Buries it down low. Here's Robertson. Pass to Drexler. Here's Baylor. And here's Jokic. 4 on the clock. Up and over Smith. Blocked!
Boy, nice job by Smith. Gets a piece of the ball without committing the foul.
Substitution on the court.
The Warriors lead by 6. Pass to Pierce. Davis, a screen. Here's Pierce. The rebound by Baylor. Here's Drexler. Back to Jokic. Look at Jokic working inside.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Davis, a screen. Pass to Pierce. This one for 3. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Clippers trail by 4. Here's Abdul-Jabbar. Check by Davis. Abdul-Jabbar misses. The Warriors have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Davis, the pass to Pierce. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Here's Stockton. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. He tried to loosen the tension a little, asking his guys, are we having fun? I know I am. Just relax out there and follow the game plan. We've got this.
Okay, thank you, Allie. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's West. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. 6 to shoot. Davis a screen. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Baylor's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Abdul-Jabbar. Here's Chamberlain. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
At the line for the Clippers will Chamberlain. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. No good on the second free throw. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. It's deflected. Here's McGrady. Pass to Chamberlain. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. To tie it up. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At the line for 2.
Shoot 2.
makes it, and the next one could tie it up.
What you love about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this young man's work ethic. He is a gym rat who's always looking for ways to improve.
And it's tied up with that one. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Here's Pippen. Driving in. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one, Scottie Pippen.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Here's McGrady.
Golden State foul. Jerry Lewis. Second personal foul. Team score.
And it's time to take another look at that powerful block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to McGrady. Some solid defense from Jordan. The Warriors lead by 3. Shoots off the step back. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
When he decides he wants to take it to the bucket, it's really hard for anyone to slow him down.
To Abdul-Jabbar. Cashes in the 12-footer.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has such great synergy with his teammates.
There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Here's West. Jordan inside. Goes up from the block. The bank shot, no good. Clippers trail by 3. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander sinks a big one.
The quiet confidence, the ruthless execution. You need a big-time bucket. Shai is on time.
Tipped. Abdul-Jabbar with a rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's West. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Lets it go from the wing. Jordan misses. And here are the Clippers now. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth to take the lead. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. And timeout called by Ty Lue. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. All right, guys, how do you see him managing the next possession?
With the time left, I think they've got to be looking for a quick shot here.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. They set the pick to take the lead. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and you have to try to make something happen. I mean, they have to be aggressive at this point, even if it's risking a foul.
Misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And that trip coming up empty. Missing both. And that's an intentional foul. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
Oh, my. And that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and he commits the intentional foul.
At the line for the Dubs, Jerry West, taking 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that'll put him up 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
First personal foul. 15 foul. At the line for the Warriors, Michael Jordan. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 6-point ball game.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Pass to Chamberlain. There's the 3. It counts.
You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And so it's the Warriors who come out on top here. What a performance they have here at home today.
I'll tell you what, these are the ones that are so nice to win and so tough to lose. I love being on the edge of my seat, never knowing what would happen next.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Well, AD, it was a closely contested game. Congrats on the win. What would you say is the mood of your team currently?
Feel great. You know, we knew it was going to be a tough game for us. You know, they made a lot of tough shots. You know, and we just wanted to defend. You know, I think Coach called some great plays for us. We made some big-time stops. You know, we came out with the win tonight.
Well, Coach will always make sure this team has defense at the top of its priority list. Thanks, AD.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our 2K team, this is Brian Anderson signing off. So long, everyone.